Hi, hello, and welcome to a new episode of Release. I'm your host, Adriana, and I am so honored and grateful that you've taken the time to listen to what I have to say. And today I want to talk about surrender. Yes, I do have an episode 6, about surrender, but I have some new insights that I want to share and some more that I have been learning about the concept of surrender. So, of course, we know I love definitions, and to me, surrender is an act of release. It is an act of detaching from an outcome and stopping resistance. And of course, surrender is by no means an easy thing to do. I feel like once we are attached to something and we're really invested in it, it's really hard to detach from the outcome or to detach from it being in our lives for the rest of our lives. So for me, it has been quite the experience because it feels like a tug of war with the divine. It feels like I'm holding on to something really tight. I actually went to it was a temple, and there were monks there, and there was this poster, and it was like a hand that was holding on to a vine, and the hand was really like blistered and cut, and it was saying that like the release will bring you peace. And I feel like I have been, and sometimes I can be, that hand that is holding on, the hand that is blistered and cut, really holding on to what no longer serves me. And I feel like because I am stubborn, I've talked about being stubborn on here before. For me, that meant learning lessons over and over and over again until I realized that I had to give up, until I realized that there was nowhere for me to go, until I recognized that I was stuck in a toxic pattern and I had to give myself permission to be free. I had to give it up to the divine, to God, to my higher self, to the universe, and say, hey, this thing no longer serves me and it's really stressing me out and it's really holding me down. And I need you to take this from me. Honestly, I think that in this journey of surrender, this journey of opening up to the divine, to asking about what we want, the key is asking. You can't just, wake up and be like, oh, the universe is going to give me what I want today. We really have to open our mouths and ask the universe for what we want, honestly and truly. I also had to recognize that things that I was holding on to, they were not pushing me, but I had this perception. It was like, oh, I can't exist without this thing. If I lose this thing, I lose myself. And it's like, no, I was alive before that thing was in my life and that thing existed. And I will be alive and exist, and I will not lose myself. I will be okay, and I will be at peace. And that is one of the keys of surrender. Being at peace without that thing and learning or relearning how to live without it. And on top of that, on top of asking the divine to take that thing or to replace it with peace of mind, I also ask that it is replaced with something that is aligned with my highest good. Sometimes we hold on to things for really long and we don't get what we deserve, and we stay in places that we are no longer aligned with. So I ask the universe to give me something that I need and not what I want. Also giving me what I deserve and not what I want. Because like I said, like if you're in a relationship, romantic or platonic, and that person treats you poorly, but you've been in this connection for a while, do you choose to stay, or do you choose to let go and get what you deserve? And there's a lot of courage that comes with letting go of what you know to get what you deserve. And it is a hard pill to swallow, but we have to trust that the divine will send us something more amazing and more fulfilling. All we have to do is walk in alignment with what feels good. If it doesn't feel good, we probably shouldn't be doing it. And I don't mean it in a hedonistic way. I don't mean like, oh, you're going partying, just doing whatever feels good, like, surface level pleasure. I mean genuinely what aligns you, what gives you peace of mind, what brings you clarity. If none of these things bring you clarity, peace of mind, connection with yourself, then I honestly feel that there is no point. The first thing that surrender requires is trust. And that is what I have been learning. I have to trust that the universe is always on my side, and that they're going to send me something that is better, something that is perfect, and something that is satisfying, something that I feel like I don't have to beg for, something that arrives in divine time. And divine timing means it arrives right when you need it, right when the divine needs you to have it. We have to trust that we are never late, that the things that we desire are never late. We are right on time, and everything that we desire is right on time. And as I've been looking into trust and learning about trust, and, looking into surrender, I recognize that surrender is an act of faith. And I've never really looked at it that way, but to trust that an outcome is going to, happen the way that you deserve and the way that you really and truly deeply desire, even if you don't recognize that desire, is an act of faith. You have to trust that the divine, God, Allah, the universe has your best interest at heart, and that no matter what, they will always be on your side. You have to trust that the divine wants you to be living your best life. And regardless of the path that you have to take, you end up exactly where you need to be. That's a practice for sure, and I am practicing that, detaching from outcomes and allowing the universe to teach me about trust and to teach me about faith and to allow my life to fall into place. Another thing that I have been realizing about faith is that in order to practice faith, we have to trust and we have to release. And I know you can laugh because that's the name of the podcast, but we have to learn how to release. You have to allow the divine to work in your life. You have to release what no longer serves you. That makes space for the things that are more aligned with you. When you clean out, we have to do some spring cleaning with our soul sometimes. Let go of the relationships, the people, the thought patterns that no longer serve us. And that in turn gives us space to heal. Because sometimes when we hold on to things that have hurt us, we become so overwhelmed that we become stuck. And you deserve to be free from what no longer serves you. And if you're stuck and if you're in survival mode, then there is no space for you to heal. One of the things that I do to aid in release is writing a letter to someone that has hurt me, burning that letter. Prayer is a great one. Calling out to the divine, ask the divine to release all connections that no longer serve you and to free you from them. And this also includes or involves releasing control, because control is an illusion, as we know, and it is something that sometimes forces us to think, oh, we have to be in this lane of the road and we have to do things this way and things have to go this way and I have to be around this person and we have to be together forever. And that is an illusion. It breaks down a lot further than just, oh, I want to see what the outcome is or I have to control what the outcome is. It's more about trying to control what way the river flows, trying to control what way the waves go, when in reality we are just the river and we are just flowing and we cannot control what way the river goes. We just have to trust that we will flow in the right way. And the third thing that I am learning about faith and surrender is acceptance and high standards / no expectations. So, of course, as we release our need for control and recognize that control is an illusion, and as we trust that the divine has our best interest at heart, we also have to walk in acceptance that the divine wants us to live our wildest dreams. And we have to accept that the universe is going to send us exactly what we need and not what we want. But the key to acceptance is no expectations and having high standards. So when we have high standards, we do not accept what doesn't serve us. We do not accept what makes us sad. We do not accept what makes us depressed. We do not accept what doesn't serve us. Anything that misaligns you with your self-love, your boundaries, your connection to self, or your connection to the divine, it's a simple no. And if it makes you upset or anxious or causes you to be sad, then it's probably a no too. And that's okay. Because if it's a no, then we can move on. We can go on to bigger and better things. We can be more aligned with what actually serves us. And when we connect to ourselves in this way, we attract what is actually aligned and something that is coming to us in divine time. Yeah, that's all I have to say today. I love you guys so much. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.